sure you want to start? Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Katie. I'm here to give you an overview of Ryerson University and tell you what we're all about. Ryerson is located in the heart of downtown Toronto. Toronto is the largest city in Canada, so we have a very diverse area that our students are involved in. The city is always bustling. There's tons of stuff going on, and we like to get our students involved in that. Our campus is right in the center of the city, so you'll actually find, if you're on campus, that you'll be able to be within walking distance from Bay Street, which is kind of like Canada's version of Wall Street. You'll also be within walking distance from theaters, head offices. A lot of the Canadian head offices of national companies and international companies are located in Toronto. We also have cultural events, films and fashion shows and all sorts of things going on just next to the campus that our students get involved in. Toronto is actually also a very safe and very diverse city. We were voted the best city to live in by the Safe Cities Index, so our students enjoy studying in this city. We have some green space on campus, and then we also have a number of different buildings. We have a lot of collaborations with the city so that students can get involved in off-campus events, and we bring the off-campus citizens of Toronto onto our campus as well so that they're interacting with students regularly. For example, we have our Ryerson Image Center. This is a new building, multi-million-dollar facility that has an art gallery, and students can show their work in there. We also have private works and quite a large curated collection as well that is shown there. Admission is free to everyone. So that means we have people from all over the world coming and checking out this art gallery and getting a chance to see our students' works. We have film and photography studies programs at Ryerson, but any student at Ryerson can actually apply to have their work shown in this facility. So it's a great opportunity to get some exposure. We also have a beautiful George Vary Engineering and Computing Center on campus, which houses our engineering and science programs. We have a number of different programs that you can apply to. So if you are interested in checking out our programs, you can go to ryerson.ca/undergraduate and see a list of all of them. There are about 60 different undergraduate programs in our university, and we also have a number of master's programs and PhD programs, as well as certificates as well. Some other neat buildings that you'll find on campus are Ted Rogers School of Management. This is located on Bay Street, which I mentioned earlier. It's a lot like the Wall Street of Canada. So you're studying business right in the heart of Canada's business center. That means your professors are coming from work. They're working in their offices, and they're coming to teach your class as well. So you get those real life examples in your classroom opportunities. You're also able to go out and get involved in co-ops and internships. And then you're also going to have guest speakers that are coming on campus to speak to you. We have a number of career fairs as well that you can get involved in so that you have this exposure earlier on. Before you're graduating, you're having the connections and the networks that are happening. We have a brand new building located on campus called the Student Learning Center. I see a question from someone asking, where do students hang out on campus? And the Student Learning Center would really be the main spot for that. It's a 7-story building that is devoted fully to student space. So it's open. There's smaller rooms in case you're having a group meeting with some classmates or you're working on a project. There's quiet study areas, and then there's open loud areas, if you will. There's no need to be quiet. There's movable furniture. There's beautiful windows overlooking the city's skylines. And then, of course, there's wireless technology and Wi-Fi so that you can work on your computer or stream some videos as well. So the Student Learning Center is a pretty exciting place when you're on campus to go and check out and see what students are doing. One thing that Ryerson is known for is zone learning. This is the idea of connecting students in various programs together to get new ideas incubated. We were recently rated the top campus-based business incubator in North America for our DMZ. That's what we call one of our incubators. The DMZ stands for the Digital Media Zone. This is a space on campus where students come together and create digital concepts and digital companies and launch those. So we provide support in terms of mentoring opportunities, funding opportunities, technology, so that they can get their ideas off the ground. We've had over 200 different companies come out of the DMZ since it's launched several years ago. And these are all sorts of things, different apps for transit, for healthcare. There's an app called Figure One that you can see if you have an iPhone. You can log in and see it, sort of like Instagram for doctors. So you can share gruesome photos of things that you see in the ER and share it with other doctors to get some feedback on how you might treat that. Just beware, it is very medically focused if you're interested in seeing those types of images. Other things that are coming out of there are we had a prosthetic arm that is controlled through brainwaves. So you put on a hat that reads your brainwaves, and just by thinking about moving that arm, the arm will move and will pick things up. So brand new advances in medical, in the medical field, medical technology. The students who created that brain-controlled prosthetic arm were in our biomedical engineering program, and they're making some really great advances. We have a number of teaching hospitals in the city of Toronto that are within walking distance from Ryerson University. So if you are interested in the medical field, this might be a university that you want to check out. We also have a number of global connections. So no matter what program you're in at Ryerson, you can take advantage of the Ryerson exchange partnerships that we have around the world. So students have the opportunity to spend one semester in third year studying in another country. When I was a student, I got to go to New Zealand for about 6 months and complete my semester there, which was a really cool opportunity to see how my industry works on a global scale, and then come back and apply those principles when I'm studying and working here in Canada. We have also received a number of specific recognitions for the unique things going on campus. So for example, we are Canada's first Ashoka Changemaker campus, and that is in recognition for all of the great work that the university is doing in the community. Ryerson really tries to get involved in the city of Toronto, and we have been recognized for that, for the innovations and the improvements that we're making for both our students on campus, but citizens of the city of Toronto. We also have a number of world-recognized programs. So there are different accreditations that our programs have received, different recognitions as well. So for example, our interior design program was rated in the top 3 in the world by Azure magazine. Our Faculty of Business, called the Ted Rogers School of Management, was ranked it was rated in the top 5% of the world's business schools through its accreditation through the Association to Accredit and Advance Business Schools. And then, of course, we have, as I mentioned before, our DMZ was rated the #1 campus-based incubator in North America. So there are a lot of really exciting things going on campus that you can get involved in through that involvement in the city, through our incubation opportunities to get your own company started as well. I have my colleague Courtney here today. She's going to be telling you about our Ryerson English as a Second Language Foundation program. So I'll transfer it over to Courtney.
Hi everyone, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Thank you to Katie for giving us such a great overview of Ryerson University and all that our campus has to offer, new students, current students, and alumni. So right now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Ryerson ESL Foundation program. So right now it's International Day on College Week Live, and we understand that a lot of students who are viewing today use English as an additional language. So I'm going to give you an overview of our program, which offers a pathway to undergraduate study for non-native English-speaking students. So to begin, I'll tell you a little bit about what we have to offer you. So we are a 2-semester English for academic purposes program, and we begin in September and finish up in April. So that's the fall and winter semesters here in Canada. During your first semester of study, our students generally do about 30 hours per week of English for academic purposes. And during this time, you're focusing on building your skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in an English academic environment. During the second semester, all of our students continue to take English as a second language studies, as well as 1 additional degree credit course that counts towards your undergraduate degree program, and possibly up to 3 additional degree credit courses. So this offers students a really wonderful opportunity to begin engaging in coursework before they actually officially begin their undergraduate programs. So on that note, I'll let you know a little bit about how our program transitions students into the undergraduate system at Ryerson. So all of our students first apply, which you'll hear a little bit about later, to an undergraduate program. So I know all of you out there have a really good idea about what you'd like to study. Maybe that's business, engineering, fashion. The list goes on of what you may be interested in, but first you're going to apply to that program. So you'll have a conditional offer to Ryerson if you're academically competitive, and then you'll begin our program. So if you successfully complete our program, there's no additional testing, and you will move directly into your undergraduate programs. So I'll let you know a couple of the benefits that our students have told us about that they've received from our program. And we have a diverse range of students who study with us, so the experiences are very different across the board. But we do have a very close-knit community, both within the program and at Ryerson. We offer a peer mentoring program, which is very valuable to students coming in. And you'll get to hear from a peer mentor and a peer supporter in a little while. But this program offers students the guidance and support from a peer that will help them integrate into life at Ryerson, Toronto, and in Canada if it's your first time studying in our country. So when you're accepted to our program, you'll immediately begin receiving support. You will have pre-arrival information from about May onwards, depending on when you receive your offer. You'll have the opportunity to be picked up from the airport by one of our representatives and brought to where you're living here in Toronto. You'll participate in an extensive orientation that will give you highlights about our program, what to expect studying academically in Canada, as well as studying English language in Canada. And you'll have the opportunity to get to know the campus, other students, your teachers, and our program staff. So to finish up my very brief presentation today about the ESL Foundation program, I'll let you know that the tuition is comprehensive, so it includes your ESL study as well as any additional degree credit courses you will take while with us. It includes textbooks for your ESL studies, as well as cultural and academic excursions, airport pickup, and you're a full-time undergraduate student while you're in the ESL program. So that means you have access to all of our on-campus resources, such as the library, the gym, and all the other fabulous amenities that Katie has spoken about earlier. Tuition for the 2016-2017 academic year is $26,750. And if you have any questions about tuition or any other extras that you get with our program, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. So right now, I'm going to hand over the stage to two of our fabulous student staff, Raymond and Carissa, and they're going to tell you about the student experience here at Ryerson and with the ESL Foundation program.
Hello, my name is Raymond.
Hi, my name is Carissa.
I chose the Ryerson ESL Foundation program because I want to improve my English. So last year, my English skills is not enough to study in the university. So, and for the ESL Foundation program, I learned a lot from there. Is for the writing skills, reading skills, and how to write a formal email to the professor. Also for the APA citation, APA citation, it's let me get more easier to adapt to Ryerson lectures. The special things about the ESL Foundation program is not only just learn academic stuff, is do writing and readings, but also we have the section is RSW, and that is Ryerson Success Workshop. We learn a lot of things about time management and what is culture shock and how to prepare the final exam. It's very useful for this year and to be an undergraduate student and to manage my life. Also, I like this program because about the event. I still remember the last year, my peer supporter and peer mentors bring us to the Ryerson Club Days. and I joined the Ryerson fencing club. That's very interesting. I spent 2 semesters to practice with native speakers. So it's also helped me to get involved in the campus. Another thing is the instructors, they are really patient and really friendly. So every day I can hear them say, "Hi Raymond, how are you?" It's like I feel it's really nice. They are really friendly. And the workload is not really heavy. For me, I think I only take 1 hour per day. Is that I can finish my homework. Yeah.
And hi, everyone. My name is Carissa once again. I study politics and governance. I'm in my 3rd year at Ryerson, and my country of origin, I'm from Hong Kong, so I am still an international student. So a lot of the times that when I was here in my 1st year, it was challenging, but then I overcame it with a really, really nice home here, which is the International Student Support, which I worked in my 2nd year as well. And I helped other students, and I still continue to do that by working at the Ryerson ESL Foundation program right now as a peer mentor. And our program right now is really fun because we don't only have academics, so we won't always look at books all day. We also have fun excursions, as Courtney said, and these excursions includes something called Manifesto, which is a downtown event which includes a lot of hip-hop dance and music and whatnot. But if you don't like that, there are also other things as well, such as we would go to the Toronto Islands, and we would do all sorts of touristy stuff that you would want to do. We will complete that for you. And also, if you want to check out some of the student experiences at the events, we have vlogs up under our student life in the Ryerson ESL program website. And you could see how they think and how fun it was, because recently we went to one of the downtown events, which is an all-night art show, and it was really great, and they had great experiences. So now we will hand it to undergrad recruitment, and they'll speak more about admissions.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pallavi. I'm an admissions officer at Ryerson University, and in particular, I also handle the admissions for the Ryerson ESL Foundation program. And with me, I have my colleague here, Christina Mansour.
I'm also in undergraduate admissions. I do help Pallavi with the ESL Foundation program, and we're here to talk to you about a little bit more about the admission process.
So we're going to start first with the admission process for the Ryerson ESL Foundation program, because that's the program we just finished talking about. And later on, we'll get into a little bit about all our programs and some of the admission requirements that apply to our undergraduate degree programs. So for the Ryerson ESL Foundation program, the 2 most important things that you need to be aware of is that a English proficiency score is required for us to start the admissions process or the admissions assessment for you. So an English proficiency score would be a test such as the IELTS test or a TOEFL test or any internationally recognized test. We have a listing on our website under our English proficiency section that outlines what kind of scores we would be looking for our undergraduate programs as well as the Ryerson ESL Foundation program. So strongly encourage you to look at that website just so you're familiar with what's required as a starting point. The other thing that specifically for the foundation program that you need to be aware of is that because we guarantee offer of admission to you for a chosen program for the following year, you also need to meet the admission requirements for that program this year at the time of admission. So in other words, you do need to submit your transcripts, your high school transcripts and post-secondary transcripts if applicable in your case, although we don't get a lot of students with post-secondary background because it is a foundation program. However, we encourage everybody to apply. It is open to everybody. So just bear in mind that admission requirements need to be met pretty much ahead of time. It's almost like that we're holding a spot for you in your chosen major for 1 year. So in the following year, you don't have to reapply. You don't have to provide another English proficiency score because we have already have that information for you on file. If you have specific questions, definitely you're welcome to contact us. We'll provide you with our individual contact details. The other thing in terms of how to apply, now that you know a little bit about the program, is that you apply through the Ontario University's Application Centre, which is a central portal for all people to apply to Ryerson. The website is ouac.on.ca. And you would be applying on the 105 application if you're outside of Canada. For the Ryerson ESL Foundation program, the OUAC program code is SFP. So that's S as in Sam, F as in France, P as in Paris. Those are sort of the quick highlights as far as admission and application is concerned for the foundation program. As I said, please do stay connected to us. We'd love to hear from you. You can contact us via email. The Ryerson Foundation program email address is eslfoundation@ryerson.ca. We also have a website dedicated for the foundation program. We encourage you to visit that at ryerson.ca/CE/ESL Foundation. And today, while you're here, while we have you for the webcast, please join us for our chat sessions later on from 10 to 11 a.m. as well as from 2 to 3 p.m. Please feel free to ask any questions that you have about the program or about the admission to this program or any other program at Ryerson. I'll pass it on to Christina at this point, who will go a little bit more detail for other programs that we offer at Ryerson, our undergraduate degree programs. Take care. See you later.
Okay, so our undergraduate programs are really grouped into two groups, grades plus programs and grades only programs. Grades only programs are programs that admit students based entirely on academic achievement, and grades plus programs are typically programs that have the academic component in addition to a non-academic component. So the guaranteed consideration date to submit your complete application to a grades plus program is February 1st, 2016 for September 2016 consideration. The guaranteed consideration date to submit your application to a grades only program is March 1st, 2016. So in addition to the fact that we get applicants from Ontario and provincially through Canada, we also do gain applications from applicants internationally. So to get more information on the international academic requirements, students can visit ryerson.ca/undergraduate/admission, and there you will find a list of the minimum requirements for students educated outside of Canada. So as my colleague Pallavi did say, students need to submit their application through the OUAC. So again, it's ouac.on.ca. Once we do get your application, we will acknowledge it through an email and through your Choose Ryerson portal. So in order for students to be up to speed with what's going on with their application, as well as get a list of documents that have been received to support their application, students will be required to log into their Choose Ryerson application portal. So in addition to the academic and potentially non-academic requirements that students have to present, Pallavi did indicate that students have to submit an English proficiency score. If you do visit our website, you will get a list of English proficiency exams that we do accept, as well as the minimum scores that we require for each specific program. That pretty much sums it up in terms of the admissions requirements and the application process. So I will turn it over again to my colleague, Kate.
All right, thanks, Christina. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about some financial matters at Ryerson. For example, the cost of studying here, as well as scholarships. We're getting a number of questions on scholarships that are available to international students. So generally speaking, the cost of tuition for international students ranges from about $20,000 to $25,000 Canadian for 1 year of study. Excuse me. All of our undergraduate degrees are 4 years in length. We also have the Ryerson ESL Foundation program. This tuition is a little bit different. It's usually about $26,000 Canadian for the 1 year foundation program. In terms of scholarships, we have several entrance scholarships that are targeted specifically to international high school students. You can find these on our website, but just to give you an overview, we have the Ryerson International President's Scholarship. This is worth $10,000 Canadian for each year of study. So students need to apply, they need to have strong academic grades, and they need to submit an essay as well. This application is usually due in March. So sometime over the next couple months, you'll want to check that out and put together your application. So again, that's President's International Entrance Scholarship, which is $10,000 a year for a total of $40,000 Canadian. We also have the International Secondary School Student Merit Scholarship. So this one is for $5,000. We have 7 of these scholarships. And again, strong grades and an essay is required. The application is due March 1st. So check out our undergraduate scholarships page over the next couple months, and you can get working on those applications. Once you are a student at Ryerson, you're also able to apply for program-specific scholarships. So for example, when you're in second year nursing, you'd have access to apply for nursing-specific scholarships. There are a number of other supports that we do have on campus that I just want to highlight. You already heard from Carissa and Raymond about the International Student Support Office and how that helped them through their time on campus. We also have academic support. So academic accommodation support can help provide you with assistance should you have any accommodations needed while you're studying, whether it be a learning disability or something along those lines. We also have a math support office, writing support, test center. All of these services are free, and they would just help you with that transition to university, give you support with your academic studies, and with any personal support as well is also available. We do have residents on campus. So if you're interested in living on campus, you would need to apply to be considered for residence. Residence is not guaranteed at Ryerson. We give priority to students based on their age and how far away they're coming. So if you are coming from outside of Canada, you have priority and are very likely to get one of those resident spots as long as you apply. The application opens in January. You would want to fill that out and let us know that you're interested and which residence rooms are your top choice. So we have a variety of different residence rooms available and different living styles, everything from a building that used to be a hotel, so you have your queen-size bed and your private washroom, all the way through the range of the more typical residences you see in the movies, through to the other end of the spectrum, which includes an old mansion on campus that has about 33 students in it. So it's an old home. You're going to have a bunk bed, you're going to be sharing a bedroom, and you'll have a kitchen in that residence as well. So more of a communal family-style residence. So all of those are available, and you would want to be applying for those starting in January, and make sure that you apply before the deadline, which again is in the spring, around March. If you are able to come to campus, we would love to see you, but of course that's not always feasible, so we have a number of virtual options as well. So you can do a virtual tour through our website, and we also have additional webinars coming up over the next couple of weeks. On December 2nd, you can tune in through the Ryerson.ca website for how to apply webinars. So that will specifically give you a breakdown of how to submit your application, what transcripts and documents you need to submit, and how to go about doing that. So please tune in December 2nd. You can visit Ryerson.ca to get more information. Stay in touch with us as we go along. You can always email us through international@ryerson.ca or keep using the chat boxes right now. Throughout today, we have several different chats scheduled, and we'd love to keep chatting with you there. But again, email us at international@ryerson.ca anytime you have questions, or join us on social media. Our handle is @Ryerson, and we'd love to see you there as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. Keep asking your questions, and we're enjoying speaking with you.